When great is the enemy of good. If you want to know more about this concept, please stay until to the end of the video. Welcome back to my channel. So I often share a lot about Welcome back to my channel, and I often love to share about the books that I read. And if you want to know the books that I'm reading in my Kindle, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and join our Facebook group at www.amazingstory.co. So let's come back to this topic. So I read this book. It is called How to Be Better at Almost Everything by Pat Flynn, and I actually adore the idea. So the idea is this: rather than become a specialist, you shouldn't just aim to become a specialist, but you should actually aim to become a generalist. So I try to understand the concept that is being pinpointed by the book. So this is what it says. So why great is the enemy of good? Because you are just 80%. When you're 80% good enough, you are literally good enough. You don't have to aim to be 99% great. That's the reason, because between 80% to 99%, the room of improvement is just so much. But rather than having one item 99%, maybe it makes more sense for us to learning more skills and having the skill studying and have different things 80% good enough, and so that you can actually combine yourself as a whole, that you are better wealth become generalist. Okay, so this concept got me into thinking. So if let's say you guys do not know, I'm actually from accounting background. I studied accounting when I'm back in university, and a lot of people was surprised that I studied accounting, right? But I actually went into like a crossroads when I was about 20. It's last year. I was about to graduate, and I was kind of like in a crossroads. I don't feel that I enjoy accounting. The reasons that I study accounting is because I want to go overseas, to experience the life over there, to study abroad, to work abroad. And because of my situation in my family, I can't get a chance to go study abroad. So I thought, like, you know what? Accounting is like a globally recognized degree. If I get the ACCA, why not I actually just study for ACCA and find a chance to work abroad? That was my goal, and that was the intention that I studied accounting back then, right? But it's so funny. I was about 20 years old, and back then I was doing e-commerce business where I do trading. I import costume jewelry like earrings. Those are the things that I really enjoy myself, and I want to sell it online. And I was trying to test it out this business model. And back then in Malaysia, not a lot of people do it. I felt like, you know what, I'm just going to try it out, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Then I decided that, you know what, um, I was one of top of my class back then in my uni, right? It was a very, very tough decision. I remember that I was asking myself every single day for almost 365 days, do I give up accounting for what I studied? I constantly ask myself, like, every single day. It is a very, very difficult decision, because back then I already committed myself. I graduated from the uni, and then I went in to study the ACCA. I still have last 5 papers. I spent a year, not a year. I spent half a year, spent another about one or 2,000 US dollar. Took 2 papers and I passed, and I left. I have 3 papers left. I was like at a crossroad. Do I continue with the accounting, where if I just get the papers, I know where I would be ended up with? I would actually be working in Big Four, right? Big Four accounting firms. Like, is it a kind of life and a kind of venture that I wanted? I asked myself almost 365 days, and then I decided, you know what? I love marketing. I love doing business. Let's give it a try for the e-commerce, right? So that was my story. And when I check back this book, How to Be Better at Almost Everything, I relate back to the concept that the book has spit it out. It says that rather than become like a 99% great, like I know for sure if I want to, I can be really, really great in accounting, in tax, in audit, in whichever field that I pick, right? But I felt like I'm not the type of person. So I decided that, you know what, I really enjoy marketing. Why not just take one area of the things that I enjoy and I think I can good at, and combine with other knowledge in another field that I know 80%. So that's where how I actually went into e-commerce and marketing, and I enjoy that. And yeah, and then after that, e-commerce was not a lot of people are doing e-commerce about, I think, about 6 to 7 years ago. I felt like that might be another calling for me, that might be another opportunity for me. So I got the chance to work with really, really talented team members, and that's why I got into legal tech. I never really talked to you guys about this because when you guys know about me, right, you probably know me from YouTube, or you probably know me because I've done a lot of Facebook Live in, in Facebook or YouTube. That's how you get to know me, or you watch some of my tutorials online. That was when I did those when there was a pandemic, and I was like too free. I want to challenge myself. So I want to pick up another skills, like, able to do more videos very comfortably. I want to be able to do public speaking whenever I want to, impromptuly. I want to be able to great at convince people. Then I start taking classes, right? Online classes and everything. And then talk about the legal tech. I know really talented people in legal and tech field. That's how I get into it. And I never really know about anything about law, except that I actually just studied some business law and company law back into my uni. But I have to learn their language, right? I have to learn their thinking. I have to learn their thoughts. And that's where everything combined together. And I felt like uh, rather that I can be specialist, right? But how far I can go to become a specialist, right? But rather being a specialist, I can combine different skill set. I know a little bit of marketing. Maybe I'm not 100% good enough, but I know about 70% good enough. And then I know a little bit about counting. I know a little bit about legal, and I know a little bit about setting up funnels and doing presentation and convincing people during webinar. I know a little bit about creating courses and sell that. I know a little bit about selling software as well. So everything else combined together, it's who I am today. Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, like talking about this concept that's being shared by this book that I read. What do you think? Do you feel like being a generalist is better, or you think like being a specialist is better? So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I really love to hear from you. So if let's say you're really intrigued by this concept and what the author think about this, you should actually check out this book, and it is quite an enjoyable read for me. I think I read about because you know what, I just need to be good about 80%, right? So I think I read about 60% of the book. I think it's good enough for me to grasp the concept and jump to another book. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a lot more book sharing. If let's say that's a topic that you guys enjoy, please let me know in the comment down below. And also, if you do not already know, I have a free course on how I use ChatGPT to power up the productivity and efficiency in my personal life and in my business, especially on how to roll out content super easily. If let's say you want to know more about this course is absolutely for free. You can go over to JuneLow.net/ChatGPT, JuneLow.net/ChatGPT to sign up for the free course, and look forward to see you guys in the next video then. Take care. Bye bye.